Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm an advisory specialist librarian here at the Skokie Public Library. And today we're going to travel from the library and head over, if just for a few minutes, to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. So in April of this year, the Library of Congress celebrated its 220th year. And while it's obviously changed and evolved a little over the last couple centuries, from its inconspicuous beginnings to its current mission, which is to
engage, inspire, and inform Congress and the American people with a universal and enduring source of knowledge and creativity.
And I think that's an important distinction to take note of. The Library of Congress has this dual nature baked right into it. It provides authoritative, nonpartisan information to Congress to help with its legislative duties, and it also serves the people, which would be most of us, you and me. In the years since Carla Hayden has led the Library of Congress, it's made all sorts of leaps and bounds in making this amazing collection discoverable online. They call it a digital transformation. In fact, one of the goals and objectives of the library is to elevate digital experiences. And I really like how they frame this. They call it throwing open the treasure chest. And that's what I'm here for. We're going to take a few minutes to look at some of the ways the Library of Congress can help you navigate and find some of these amazing treasures that they have online. It's probably best just to start the easiest way and go to the library's online homepage. And some of the tools to do that exploring are located right here under the photo scroll. For this video, we're going to start by clicking on this link, Digital Collections, and see where it takes us. And it takes you to this page where you have access to hundreds of the library's curated digitized collections. And each one of these acts as kind of an encouraging point of entry. They give you multiple directions and guides to explore the collection further. And so one of the collections I got lost in, ironically enough, is called Finding Our Way in the Cosmos. And its landing page has an opening pithy essay. Most of them do. It's about this collection. And that's there to whet your appetite. It's there to really spark your curiosity. Now, personally, I found my favorite way to explore these collections is to immediately go to the Articles and Essays link. It's like a little Russian nesting doll. It showcases different aspects of the collection. I was drawn to this link for Life on Other Worlds. It's a section that explores ideas about lunar life in the 17th, 19th, and 20th centuries through a series of items from the Library of Congress collections. Another way the Library of Congress is looking to explore and make accessible their treasure chest of content is through their LC Labs program. They host an innovator in residence and encourage them to experiment and create dynamic public domain tools that allow for these new ways to engage with the collections. And some of these experiments, well, they're experiments, and others show more promise, like this really amazing pilot project at the Library of Congress to test the use of what's called photogrammetry for building digital models of three-dimensional items held in the library's collections. So you can, for example, check out this amazing bronze casting of Abraham Lincoln's hands and move it all around and really take a good look at it. So going back to the homepage, I want to click here on the research link. It takes you to their research page, which compiles dozens of links to additional tools and resources for making things findable. One tool in particular that I really like are these research guides. Here the Library of Congress compiles all the guides it's made by topic. So for example, we see it has 9 research guides pertaining to children's literature. And if we open that one up, one of the guides is for author Jason Reynolds, who earlier this year was appointed as the 7th National Ambassador for Young People's Literature. And you could make a whole video out of just what Reynolds has done with that appointment in the first 6 months of the year.
Beautiful, beautiful plant. Look how green it is. And so I want us to think about what it would be like if we were plants. Imagine yourself as a plant. Let's say you're a seed and you're in the soil. When you grow and blossom, what do you blossom into?
One of my favorite navigating tools the library provides are these things called story maps. It's this really immersive way to tell stories through narrative and multimedia and interactive maps. And it's one of the library's treasures that you'll have to do a little digging to find. They're created by the library's Geography and Map Division. Here's one, for example, called History of Pride, to give you a little flavor. I think over the years, I've come to think less and less of the Library of Congress as a collection of buildings in Washington, D.C., though it's definitely still that. I think of it more as this amazing online resource waiting to be discovered. All you need is an online connection, a little curiosity, and maybe somebody to point out which door you go in to enter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.